Welcome back to Why Universe. Okay, I have to be real with you guys. Today's topic, it hits a little close to home. Have you ever been in the shower or driving to work and you just start winning an argument with your boss? Or maybe a friend who annoyed you 3 weeks ago?
Oh, absolutely. The classic shower debate where you finally have the perfect comeback. You're literally standing there gesturing at the tiles thinking, yeah, that'll show them.
Right, exactly. But then you realize, wait, this argument isn't even happening. It might never happen. So why do we do this to ourselves? Is our brain just a glutton for punishment or what?
Well, it's actually a really interesting mix of psychology and evolution. Scientists call these imaginary interactions. It's basically our brains running a flight simulator, but for social situations.
A flight simulator? Wow! So I'm basically training for a verbal dogfight?
In a way, yeah. You see, humans are hyper-social creatures. Our survival used to depend on our status in the group. So our brains are hardwired to predict conflict before it happens. We rehearse these what-if scenarios to protect ourselves, to make sure we aren't caught off guard.
Okay, that makes sense, like a defensive mechanism. But man, sometimes it feels like I'm just making myself angry for no reason. I'll walk out of the bathroom actually mad at someone who hasn't even said anything yet.
Exactly, and that's where it gets tricky. It's called rumination. When we do this, our body doesn't really know the difference between the imagined fight and a real one. Your heart rate goes up, your cortisol spikes. You're literally experiencing the stress of a fight that is 100% fictional.
No way! So I'm basically stressing myself out over a ghost. That's wild. But wait, is there any benefit to it? Or are we just malfunctioning?
It's not all bad. It can actually be a form of problem solving. It helps us process our emotions and figure out where our boundaries are. If you're imagining an argument, it usually means there's an underlying issue you haven't addressed. It's like your brain's way of saying, hey, this is bothering us. We should probably deal with it.
So it's a signal, like a check engine light for your feelings. Interesting. But how do we stop it from, spiraling? Because sometimes I can't turn the argument radio off in my head.
The best way is mindfulness, just noticing it. When you catch yourself mid-shout at an imaginary person, just say, oh, I'm doing the thing. It breaks the loop. Or try to shift the narrative to a positive outcome instead of a fight. It's hard, but it trains the brain to seek resolution instead of conflict.
Wow, I'm definitely going to try that. Stop the dogfight before it takes off. Well, this has been a total eye-opener. I feel a lot less crazy now knowing it's just my survival instinct acting up.
You're definitely not alone. We're all just out here winning imaginary debates in our heads.
Totally. Well, that's all for today's deep dive on Why Universe. If you enjoyed this talk, please make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to the channel. And hey, share this episode with that one friend who's always winning arguments in their head. We'll see you next time.